brilliant. Well, Alex, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Just using this time, to keep trying to stay productive, keeping myself busy as best as I can under the current situation. So, yeah, I'm all good, all good.
Yeah, we can't start any interview off nowadays without talking about the elephant in the room, the obviously coping with the lockdown and the worldwide situation. How have you been finding it?
So far, I've been trying to keep a positive mindset on the whole thing. Obviously, it is a very challenging time, and obviously a lot of people are going to be struggling right now. So I think for me personally, trying to keep that positive mindset is vital. I've just been really using this time to try and catch up on a lot of things which I've been putting off for a long time, like a lot of admin stuff when it comes to the band. But also just trying to enjoy the smaller things, like I finally bought a bike, for example.
Okay.
And so I've been trying to get out and trying to do a bit of riding and just trying to make the most of the time to just enjoy the smaller things. Do a bit of reading, watch some films, play a bit of FIFA, Call of Duty, stuff like that. So it's the simple things, but a lot of the time I don't necessarily have the time to enjoy them. So yeah, just trying to keep a positive outlook and stay productive. Obviously, with the new record coming out as well, we've been super busy with that and making sure everything's ready and getting everything sent out to everyone who's pre-ordered the record as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have had lots to do.
Well, do you still feel very positive about the new release, considering we're only days away from it as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I know I've seen a lot of bands who have postponed their releases due to struggling to get vinyls made and stuff like that, and we've definitely had our fair share of that. But it feels like we've come this far now, and we're almost there. I'm just so excited for people to finally hear this, especially this last tune, which is going to be dropping. I think it's been a lot of hard work, and we're still working hard on it now. So yeah, I'm really excited and really positive about it.
Well, good, absolutely. Good. Do you think this period as well, it's more difficult for you because you and the band as a whole are so fiercely independent?
I think, yeah, obviously with us doing everything ourselves, we've always been a band that like doing things ourselves. We've always been a very independent band. So this was kind of just, from the start, this EP was we always wanted it to be a bit of a challenge, and just to see whether we could actually do it ourselves and put music out ourselves. And I think, it's just been a chance to push ourselves out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still constantly learning, I guess. You've been independent pretty much from day one, and other than a little brief period as well when we were signed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been on two labels before. We're with Cedro Media and Century Media, and then on the last record we're on Beat Down Hardware Records. And don't get me wrong, we had a great experience with both them labels, and it was a lot of fun. But this time, with it just being a short body of work, it just seemed like the most logical path for us, really, I guess.
Yeah.
And we just wanted, like I said, just wanted to challenge ourselves. We've obviously seen how things have been done in the past and learnt a lot from it, and just took on the challenge of seeing if we can make it happen for ourselves this time.
I think it's been looking like it's been going spectacular anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. The support from people has been absolutely insane. I don't think any of us really expected it. It's been pretty overwhelming to see so much support for a band, self-releasing, and it's been really, really rewarding.
So what do you think then, going on to the actual EP, what do you think, you find it interesting that Keep Your Distance has quietly become an unofficial anthem for these times?
I know, it's almost a bit eerie how relevant the three songs have become during this current global climate, but I think it just drives home the relevance and the messages behind each song even more, because we wrote these songs maybe a year ago now, and so we've had them finished for quite a while, and it's just like an eerie coincidence that it happens to have come about at the same time. So, but yeah, I think I think like the music is seen from what I've seen. You know, kids are using it to kind of really motivate themselves, and whether they find a comparison with the keep your distance thing or the remain unbeaten thing, that the message is there. And I think music is a very important tool which a lot of people will use to overcome like the challenges that they're going to face over the next however long this goes on for. And that's one of my goals as a musician, really, is to write songs that people can use and take things away from them. I think that's the best thing about music, is that, you know, that message behind our songs people can take to all walks of life.
Absolutely, and it's something that's open to interpretation, becomes more exciting. And I guess a lot of the relevancy as well comes from the fact that obviously Brian Garris of Knocked Loose on that particular track, Keep Your Distance. How did that come about, working with him?
So we've been friends with the Knocked Loose guys for quite a few years now. I was listening to Knocked Loose maybe 5 years ago, after they just put out their first EP.
Cool.
And some of the guys came out to one of our shows when we were touring the US in 2016. And we just hung out there. We got to like chatting a bit, and then over the years since then, we've played various like festivals and shows, and we've done a little tours with them, and we flew them over for our last big hometown show in Sheffield. And yeah, we've just been really good friends. So it was kind of really organic how it came about. Yeah. It was just a case of hitting up Brian on Instagram one day. I was just like, yo, I only want to have one guest vocalist on this EP. Are you interested? He was like, yeah, I'm down. And that was it. There was no like management or anything. Like, it was just a simple case of an Instagram message. And then them guys, Brian recorded his part the day before the tour back in the start of November 2019. And then then we went on the tour with us Not Loose, Justice for the Damned and Renounced. And we Not Loose had a camera guy called Elliot Ingham out with them, who was filming some work with them. And we previously spoke to Elliot before about, you know, working together on a music video, and so it just all kind of fell into place. Elliot was there, Brian was there, we were there, we were playing crazy shows. We were like, well, let's just film a live video for it. And it was just a lot of fun, really. And it was one of them where it didn't really need any planning. It just kind of fell into our laps, which was really cool. The
most natural way possible, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, no hoops or management or anything to bypass and jump through. It was just like a case of, yo, do you want to jump on a tune? Yeah, sweet, let's do it.
Man, if only it could be that easy all the time.
I know.
Well, there's a bit of everything within the EP, it seems. I mean, I'm going to sort of like brush over just a brief outline for my opinion of them, but Circle Pit Mayhem would remain unbeaten, Hardcore Ferocity would keep your distance, and honestly, the biggest surprise one is something a bit more expansive and certainly open-minded with the title track, The Other Side. Was this the aim you were going for?
Yeah, I think we kind of, it was, again, the whole concept of this EP was really to push ourselves out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And, but also, you know, keep an element of Malev, but let's just try and push the boundaries of what we've done so far, what we've created so far, and see what else we can do with it. And I think we've found like a nice balance on this EP of just like, I see it more as like a showcase of our capabilities, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially with The Other Side, you know, that was a really big step out of our comfort zone. We've never really wrote a song as melodic of that, and we've kind of dabbled with it before on previous albums, but never really took the full plunge. So, especially for Con, his vocals on that are insane. I was like massively proud of him for like his efforts on that, because me and Wilkie put together the lyrics for that song, and we kind of took them to Con and we said, yo, like, what do you think to this? Give me your thoughts and feedback. What do you think to melodies and stuff? And we played with a few different ideas, but Con really like shone when we were recording that, and really he pushed himself out of his comfort zone massively. But again, it's just this was what we wanted to do with this EP. We wanted to kind of release a short body of work to keep people interested, to show ourselves off what we're capable of whilst we write for the next album, and just keep the ball rolling.
Well, yeah, because it could serve as both a treat for long-term fans, but also as a pretty steady introduction for people who aren't even aware of you. If they were to come in and just pick up this EP as a starting point, there's so much variety immediately.
Exactly, yeah, and I think that's one of the best things about it is whether you've been listening to Malev for the last 10 years or you're picking up the record new, there's something for everyone on there, and it really just kind of shows the progression that we want to do as a band and where we kind of want to go with it, but also just keep it, short, sweet, and interesting.
Yeah, and people love to pigeonhole you. You're automatically lumped in the hardcore crowd because of past albums, but I've seen that you prefer to call Malevolence just a metal band, and I think off the back of this EP, that's completely and utterly rings true.
Yeah, I mean, I really try to avoid the whole pigeonholing some subgenres and stuff, because it wouldn't really be fair to ourselves for us to start, saying, oh, we're a hardcore band or we're a death metal band, or it's that kind of vibe. To me, it's heavy music, it's fast, it's aggressive, but then it's also got the more melodic ballady sides, and to me, it's just metal. And then I kind of leave it up to if people want to argue about what genre we are, then I'll leave it to them. But to me, it's just metal.
What would it be without subgenres, man? It feels like no matter what you try and do, their fans and crowds will want to put you somewhere. So I guess it's up to them, as you said.
Yeah, I think, and I think that people having an obsession with pigeonholing bands, that's not a new thing. People have been doing that for as long as I've been listening to heavy music, and it's the same with other genres. People just have to have their need, but we're just kind of, we're happy to let people interpret it in whatever way they want.
It's allowed you to be, it's given you so much versatility in sound, which, do you think is that as a major part as to why you've become such a worldwide beloved band? I mean, you can play pretty much on any bill with any band, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's you can stick us on a tour with Comeback Kid, you can stick us on a tour with Dying Fears, and you can stick us on a tour with Not Loose, and there's summit there for everyone. But that's it's not necessarily done intentionally. It's just we just write the music that we want to hear, and we draw inspiration from all these different genres, even genres outside of metal. So I guess that is just a reflection of our influences and where we draw from. Yeah. In the versatility of it.
Yeah. So obviously this is a stopgap EP, so to speak. How is working on a new album going?
It's going well. We've got quite a few songs quite a few songs in the works. I think we've got about 8 or 9 at the minute. So we've isolation is the best time to keep busy. Yeah. But also it's just trying to, what we really want to do with this next record is kind of really nail it on the songwriting ability. And for me personally, lyrics I really want to kind of try and push myself away and challenge myself to maybe address topics which I haven't necessarily done before. And it's one of those things as well, because we've been doing this 10 years now, obviously we've matured a lot since the first album, so I'm not necessarily wanting to sing about the same things we were singing on the first album. So absolutely. We just kind of want to carry on challenging ourselves and pushing the boundaries and seeing what we can do, but also just making good songs, really good songs.
Well, yeah, you've always had a kind of methodical pace that's fitted your style, which has meant every release is kind of, while fans will say they've had to wait a while sometimes, the end result has always meant that it's, I guess, the best of what you've currently got.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're never going to be one of these bands that can churn out an album every 2 years. We are the most picky band when it comes to music, and we like to do things at our own pace. And as so far it's worked for us, and I don't ever see that changing really.
Good. Well, you've grown from an underground band to a local band to a worldwide band. I mean, from what you're saying, it doesn't feel like you've hit the ceiling yet, that you feel like the sky's the limit still for Malevolence.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to just keep going at this and seeing how far we can take it. And one of the main things that I'm in this band for is to see the world, see different cultures, and whilst we have the opportunity to do that, then I'm going to take it and all the people that we get to meet through doing this band. I feel very blessed and very privileged to be in the position that we are now, but I know there's still so much more that we can do. So yeah, we're going to keep plowing on and keep doing what we do.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I've got a couple more for you. There's no escaping the fact that the scene, not just in the UK, is taking a bit of a hammering right now and will be for the immediate future. As a self-made band, effectively, what advice would you give to fledgling bands who have started up in the last year or two, hit this down period, and are just trying to make their way in the industry right now?
This is your opportunity to graft and write. There is no better opportunity now, I think, for bands to really get their heads down and just write. And even if it doesn't end up being totally productive, like everybody has their days where they can't be arsed or they don't want to be productive. That's totally understandable. You're bound to feel like that in this climate. But if you are in the mood and you want to do it, then you should totally take this opportunity, because our industry is effectively on pause right now.
Yeah.
So use it to your advantage and get them hits stacked up.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 2021 potentially being an absolutely crazy year for music tours and the like.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get back to it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?